People ask me, can you choose your shift when you arrive at the plant? I'm going to tell you how this all came to fruition for me, right? I filled out the application. I told the recruiter that I wanted to work day shift. I told her, would that be okay? And she responded, yes, she'll put that in the memo. Okay. I arrived to the plant. Of course, they flew me in. I got my orientation and everything. I talked to the HR manager, human resource manager, whatever you want to call them, human resources. And he told me they needed people on nights. I told him I don't want to work nights. I'm not a nighttime person. I'm not a graveyard person. Please, let me work days. Okay. He would not let me work days. He sat there and told me that they need people on night shift, and that's where I was going. Take it or leave it. I take it or leave it, or I can go back home. He said they'll fly me back home just as quick as they brought me in. Okay. So I sucked it up. I said, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and do graveyard shift. But I'm going to let you know, I am a morning person. Okay. I told him this. All right. It took me roughly 7 to 10 days to get adjusted to working nights. To this day, not to this day, since I'm back home for about a week now, as I'm doing this video. Not a week, I'm sorry, about 3 days. I still cannot go to sleep at night anymore. I'm having a hard time. I'm suffering from jet lag right now, but I try to go to sleep at night, and I think I got insomnia at night or something. I don't know what it is. It seems like now I can sleep in the day and I can't sleep at night. So it's so weird. It's like my body right now is wired to do nights now, which is crazy because I was always a go to bed 10, 11 o'clock kind of guy. Wake up in the morning, start my morning off morning shift. Now I'm trying to adjust back to what I used to do. I'm trying to go back to being that day shift guy. Go back to being that ride share guy who would go to bed at midnight after riding around doing deliveries, get up at 6 in the morning, go to the gym, probably be done with the gym about, let's say 7, maybe 8 o'clock. And I could start my day dashing, because dashing, I did a lot of damage. So I would go dash, start at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Right now, I'm struggling with that. But as I'm back home right now, I have no choice but to dash right now because I'm not at the plant right now because the plant got slow and I didn't want to sit around in a housing unit waiting for fish to come in when I knew I could come home and I could make anywhere from $150 to $200 a day. Okay. I'm not getting fed. I'm not getting housed, but I do have somewhere to stay. I contribute. I'll pay my dues, right? Okay. And I say again, I can make $150 to $200 a day dashing. Maybe $120 on a bad day. I think my rental might cost, I got a guy who rent me cars for what, $30 a day. So I think when I was at the plant, I think I was making $180 a day. $180 a day sounds good. It sounds great if you're getting housed and you're getting fed. The same $180 a day, maybe $150 a day that I might get dashing, ride share, I got to deal with the rat race. I got to deal with the, of course, I'm back uptown. I got my girl. I got my kids I got to deal with. So I do have more distractions up here. But I'm still at the point right now that I'm making it work. That's the hand that I'm dealt right now. I had a family emergency, so I had to come back. I had no choice. Okay. Back to the HR guy. Okay. I don't really want to get off topic, but HR. Okay. After 2 weeks, I told him. Not after 2 weeks. I would say within the first week, I told him I was still struggling. I couldn't get sleep. I couldn't get any sleep during the daytime. So I had to black out the windows. I recommend you guys get some, you black out your room when you're in there trying to get some sleep. Go to the Walmart in Kodiak. You can get that taxi service that I gave you guys. You can go back in the video and find that taxi service. The taxi service, they'll take you to Walmart. You go get your curtains. Make sure your curtains completely black out the room. Once you do that, you should be fine. As long as you don't have a morning shift roommate like what I had. This is another roommate complaint. The roommate would open the windows, keep the windows open all night long so he could sleep. When I usually got back off my shift, I would have to put the curtains back up on the window after doing my shift because this idiot would keep the windows open all night because he tells me that he was drenched in sweat under his sheets. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. The guy had issues. I ain't even mentioned this in the video. I forgot to even talk about this guy possibly having withdrawals. The guy was sweating in his blanket, ladies and gentlemen. What does that tell you? Okay. All right. So you got to deal with that. Get off your shift. You're putting black curtains up because you got some idiot that wants to open the windows and doesn't have the courtesy when he goes back on shift to put your curtains up the way that he found them. He never put the curtains back up the way that I left them when I left the room and I had to go back. I work night shift. I'm sleeping during the days. Black out the room again, bro. Leave it the way I left it. Why would you not put my curtains back up? So I would come back. He would get up, go on his shift, right? Mind you, he's only there for a week. This guy put me through so many changes, man. He put me through so many changes, right? I would have to put these curtains back up, mind you, so I can black out the room again. Then I would try to go to sleep at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I'll be successful. Sometimes I was unsuccessful. I didn't get to sleep till 8. Waking up at 1 o'clock, right? Maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I eventually got used to working nights. But it took me about, like I say, 10, almost 15 days to get used to it. And now I'm back uptown. I'm trying to do daytime deliveries in my rental. And then it's like I'm having problems sleeping at night. So it's just it's tough, man. But I'm getting through it, man. I'm hanging in there. I'm gonna keep grinding and I'm gonna stick to the rule of 12 hours. So if I do ride share, I'll just do my 12 hours, man. That's how I'm going about it. Just stick with the 10s and the 12s, man. Whatever you do, stick to the 10s and the 12s. That's how you get that money, man. You know, the ride share is tough. It's tough business, but the fishing plant is tough business. But one thing about the ride share is not as physical. The ride share is just a lot of tedious riding around in and out the car, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna end up by telling you guys what the HR guy told me. Once I tried to get him to try to, change me to days. He wouldn't do it, so that's how this video is gonna end off. But I do got something else I want to share with you guys. There's a local Caucasian guy, right? He told me he hated nights as well. And he was a vet. He was a veteran with the fishing plant. He told me the guy told him that he can go on nights July 1st. So I don't know what July 1st means for the plant out there in Kodiak, but July 1st must mean something, right? I didn't want to wait till no July 1st. If anything, I'll come back home and I'll get back on the streets and do ride share and get me some money. But I appreciate the fishing plant giving me some experience. It was a change for me. It was a good experience. It was a good change up. But one thing about being out there, you don't control your time. They control your time. At least ride share, I control my time, you know. But go ahead and get the fishing plant a shot. And as I say before, ladies and gentlemen, do not go out to the fishing plant without your forklift certification or license, whatever you call it. You'll thank me later, because when that door opens up for that forklift, if you don't have that license, it's a slim chance that they're going to train you how to drive that forklift. You get it, ladies and gentlemen? You get it? I'm going to leave off on that note. Thanks once again for joining me. Let me vent. Let me air out. Let me speak the truth, not sugarcoating, keeping this authentic as possible. Have a nice night.